Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Link Enforcer, and today we're going to be hopping into the second mission, Death in the Family, for our Hitman 3 playthrough. Before we get started, guys, if you guys don't mind hitting that subscribe button, turn on that bell icon so you know when I upload new videos, and give me a like, I'd greatly appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and hop into the cinematic, though, real quick, and see what we got going on.
If that's your winning face, I'd hate to see you lose.
We underestimated the Constant.
Yeah, he's a glorified desk clerk.
He's not just after the money. He wants it all.
We caught him once, we can do it again. And, well, we're not the ones who let him escape.
You still don't trust her.
I don't like executive decision makers. Look, you don't have to follow her, you know? Soon, this will be over. Maybe it's time to think about the future. You have to face the possibility that there's no going back. If the ICA knows what you did,
She'll make it right. She always does.
we have a fix on Carlisle. Come on. We've got a plane to catch. I hope you like the rain, 47.
Miss Burnwood,
How did you...
I have everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
You had me. Where'd that get you?
We handed you an empire.
It's for the best. The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.
Alright, so now that we got a little bit of backstory, we're going to hop into this mission here. Let's see, so our target is Alexa Carlisle. We need to find the case file as well. Planning, that looks good to me. We're still going to stay on professional difficulty. But first, let's dive into our briefing.
She came home.
Carlisle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlisle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlisle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlisle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlisle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlisle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
one more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture. So don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Alright, and with that said, we're going to hop into the mission. I know there's like a really quick way to play this mission, and there's kind of a long and drawn-out way to play this mission. So we'll see which one we go after first.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, let's do this. See if I can get over to the bushes so they don't see me.
This is a private area, sir. Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
Now, I know for a fact that if I take his disguise, that I'm pretty much set throughout the entire mission. Gives you a lot of leeway to be undetected, even while doing certain activities. I think that's what I'm going to do. But we got to wait till he gets inside the manor first before we can take him out. And he does stop here a couple times, take some notes or whatever it is he's doing. As a private investigator would, I suppose. Meets with a maid, I think, up here.
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please, sir.
I'm gonna hop up here.
I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're
I'm gonna
here.
come over this way.
Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security.
Actually,
I've
gonna
never
wait
seen a place guarded like
for
this.
this guy to
And
walk
I dare
back.
say I don't like it at all.
I'm gonna make my way up onto that large porch.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about those texts.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me. Said she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Whoa.
What did I tell you?
So,
She's a sensible woman.
That's a bit
That stuff
excessive,
from your
I
ex was
think,
like manipulation.
considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house
I guess they thought
unseen.
We know what we're doing, so don't worry about that.
Which I think is one of these that he saw.
You're like really good at number on you.
And it is right there. Just want to hang out. See where he goes. Gotta wait on him. Okay, so he's coming this way. So we went into the right area. He's turning away from us. Good. All right, now it says disguise ourselves as the investigator, so we can come up, subdue him. Not gonna kill him, just gonna subdue him. to take his disguise. Now watch all these white dots turn black. Bam. Just like I said in the last episode, black dots you don't have to worry about. White dots you do, whether you're disguised or not.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible.
All right there.
Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
Alright, now before we get started, I actually need to go this way. There's something I need to go pick up. So we're going to head in here to the staff room.
He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
Should be a way out over here. So I'm going to be getting a crowbar so that I can enter into some locked room areas.
Mary is so upset, as she's never seen a dead body before.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Alexa,
Put it
back
up.
from the dead.
Okay.
A make-believe funeral, a murder mystery. Oh, it's all too much.
Because otherwise they're going to be like, why are you walking around with a crowbar? And they're going to get suspicious. And so now we'll go talk to Fernsby.
Too busy for my taste.
What is it now?
Elaine said she saw her on the top floor, stroking the door to Alexa's office. I think you're not.
Okay, well, she's over here. So we're actually going to come over here and talk to him.
Mr. Whitmer, are you ready to inspect the crime scene now?
I think I lost a button
Let's
for
do
my
it.
cuff yesterday, probably at the
I am.
graveyard.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Up, down, and have a look.
For a button, sir?
That's what I said, wasn't it?
Right. What colour?
White.
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
It should be very easy.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and hop in here and investigate this room. Now, just so I'm saying, I'm already about
A
14...
locked room murder mystery 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Alright, so I'm already about 14 minutes in to this video. You may not hear me talk a lot, just because I want to try and get through this as quickly as possible, because doing it this way
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
does take a little while. Shouldn't be longer than... I'm going to try and make it about a 30-minute video, but we'll see.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Scan that as well. Put my camera back up. Over here. It's got a computer.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
I think I can check the drawers. Here's a suicide note.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
I'll look around. There's a hidden room.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
It's got some peeping holes in the area. And what's that?
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
We'll talk to the butler. If you guys don't mind, give me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. If there's anything you would like to see improved on my part, as far as anything I'm doing here with my recordings. Greatly appreciate it.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Alright, so now we're gonna head.
Yeah, keep it real.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
First, let's head in. So, Zachary Carlyle, Gregory, Edward, Rebecca, Emma, Patrick, and then, of course, Mr. Fernsby. Let's see. So, Emma and Gregory's room, Rebecca's room, Mr. Fernsby's office, and private investigator. So what we're going to do is, before we start talking to these people, we're actually going to go to Mr. Fernsby's office, because there's a skeleton key in there. Here's his suicide note. And here's the floor plan that we picked up. So we're going to head over here to Mr. Fernsby's office.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
We're going to use the crowbar. As you can tell, dots turned white real quick and then they were gone. So we're doing good. Here's the skeleton key. Or the master key, rather. It's going to help us get in the other doors. Do some investigating.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
Pick up Mr. Fernsby's list. Okay, so there's 2 or 3 clues found, and then here's some lethal poison.
Painkiller. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings.
Now,
Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
I could go ahead and end it here, but I'm going to go ahead and search these other rooms real quick and talk to these other suspects. And then we will... Actually... Is there anything in there I could have taken with my camera? No. Okay. There'll be a little icon on the map if you can take a picture or scan something with your camera. Go ahead and head up. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and skip to the end if you want to go ahead and get through this. And that way you don't have to go through all of this. I'll have a notation down in the
Greetings, sir.
down in the bottom in the description, so you can skip to the ending if you'd like to do that. Okay, that's open.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Let's go into Rebecca's room. See, like, let's see. Let's go to our camera here. Pick up this lethal poison pill jar. And is there anything else in here? Let's see, 1 of 2 clues found. Let's go over to your computer.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Okay, so that's all the clues in her room. But we did find a pill bottle in here. An exit. Let's go ahead and head over to the other room. It should be... Oops. It should be, Emma and Gregory's room. I have to locate it. I think maybe it's... Is it? No, it's not there. Oh, wait, what's going on? She's coming out. Oh, she's gonna head up the stairs there. Okay, so we'll come down this way. Maybe it's... I think it maybe down this way.
Are you only interested in me for the gossip?
Maybe we should get back to...
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Let's head in here. Some shoes. looking around, see if we can't find something. Oh, here we go. Lethal opener. No, I don't want to pick that up. That's a weapon. Good.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Okay, so... is that it for her room? Becca's room, Mr. Fernsby. Office, Emma and Gregory's room. So I guess there's just the letter. Okay. There's a missing propane flask over there. It's a nice little walking cane. Alright. So let's go question the suspects.
Before you start, I should probably
let you get back to it.
Right, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
We will head back downstairs. Thought there was something I could take a picture of, but there's not.
How tall are you? You could be a model, you know.
Right.
Talk later, okay?
How's everything coming along, Elaine?
Very well, Mr. Fernsby.
Make sure you focus on your work.
I will.
I don't need one more maid crying in the kitchen. So watch yourself around young Mr. Patrick.
Don't worry about me.
Alright, so let's talk
Patrick
to this guy.
Carlisle. Can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him, then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Okay. Take out our camera again. It's already out. Oops. Thought I'd put it up. Okay. Put it up right now.
Yo, Ann, what's up?
So now we will go over here. Actually, you know what? Let's go talk to Rosie first.
How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlisle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
All right.
Did all the groceries
Head
arrive?
back now.
Yeah, some of the delivery people were announced.
Might talk to Edward first.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years?
Wow.
His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
Feel sorry for that guy. Something we can take a picture of over here. Or scan, rather.
You always led by example rather than by words and meaningless gestures. Like hugs and encouragement.
Alright, so we'll head into this door here.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and Mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing, really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Alright, now that's Emma over there. I want to talk to her last. Rebecca is coming this... No, she's actually not coming this way, so I need to go talk to her. It's probably best I talk to her away from Emma anyway.
You look tanned. I bet Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate. Am I right?
I'm not at liberty to say, ma'am.
Oh, come on. I need to know what's going on. This affects me too, you know.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Well, I've already spoken to Edward, so we will scan this document. What was that? Documents on the Carlyle's assets. Okay. Let's talk to Emma. So first, let me...
Gregory, don't say more to that weird detective than you need to.
I was just having a laugh, dear. Must admit, he's pretty good.
What if he believes we had something to do with Zachary's death?
Oh, please.
He's circling us. I don't see him snooping around your sister. I bet Alexa said something.
If I could be bothered, I'd be worried about your mental health, Emma. But sorry, I'm having too much fun enjoying the circus.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. How do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Okay. So now I think we'll go talk to the butler. So that's about all I can do. We could go outside to the garden, but I'm not going to do that. Where is the butler? I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do out there too, but I don't really want to make this video much longer than it already is. Where's the butler at? Is he upstairs? He's not over there. Let's check these rooms real quick.
You never come over. Give me some tips.
I'm quite happy here, thanks.
No.
Did you want to check on that undertaker in charge of the funeral? I got word he's upset with Madame Carlyle.
Everything's in order.
Well, now, this is interesting. There he is. There he is.
How are you today, sir?
Meet you down on the other side, sir.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
All right, let's go do this. If you did watch me all the way through, I really greatly appreciate it. If you skipped this spot, I still really greatly appreciate it. Thanks for hanging with me on this episode. Hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have. I know there's a lot more we could do, but this is the way I wanted to do it. The cool thing about these Hitman games, there's always more than one way
Looking good today, sir.
to take care of your target.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Talk to Mr. Fernsby. He's in charge of the staff.
Can't be too careful.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
So I can't accuse Emma or Zachary. It looks like those are grayed out. So I guess I gotta accuse Mr. Fernsby.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
Let me get that case file.
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. That must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it.
Really? Nice. Huh.
file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
The case file, nice. All right.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
Huh?
Done.
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Now to get out of here as quickly as possible and calmly as possible. I don't know what happened to the transmission there towards the end, but it sounded like it broke up. Some kind of interference or something. Okay. So they're searching, but I'm about to get out of here. So I should be good. Front door open. Looks like I'm still good. Almost there. The front gate here. Almost there.
Hello, sir. 47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
I can't run either. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get on the bike. Let's go. It's about 40 minutes, that's not too bad. Cool, cool. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I really appreciate you guys coming out. Again, feel free to comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And I will catch you guys in the next one. You guys take care.